6 aha moments that I have experienced in my life that have changed my perception of life, that have put me on a different trajectory in my life. So here they are. These are not in any particular order. So one of them may have happened 10 years ago, one may have happened 5 years ago, and they're not necessarily in chronological order. But these were the order that they came to my mind. The first one is, just because something looks good on someone else does not mean it's going to look good on me. So I have learned to say, that outfit looks stunning on you. And I do not rush out to the store and buy that same outfit for myself. So that was an extremely expensive lesson for me to learn, because I have bought a lot of clothes that I did not wear. The second aha moment was when I realized that my body is a community of hundreds of billions of cells, and each cell is an intelligent being all by itself. It knows what it wants. It knows how to stay healthy. And my job actually is to listen to it. So my body, the cells of my body, the community of the cells of my body knows how to be 100% healthy. And it is my challenge to get out of my ego brain and allow my body to talk to me and for me to listen. The third aha moment is when I realized that the food I crave tells me about what my body needs, about my emotional state. And that was a huge aha moment for me, because there were times when I would be craving, because I'm a sugar addict. So when I am stressed, I don't know how to handle my emotions, I immediately go to sugar or things that have a lot of sugar in them. So when I started realizing that, because there were some days I would just be feeling great, and all of a sudden I would just crave sugar. And I would be like, what just happened? Why did my emotions, why was I feeling good, and then all of a sudden I started craving sugar? And so that helped me to understand that something happened that changed the way I was looking at the world. And it immediately made me feel overwhelmed. Even if it was unconsciously, it made me feel overwhelmed. And I didn't know how to handle it. And so I turned to sugar to be able to process that emotion. The fourth aha moment was when I realized that it only took 51% of the time. I used to look at happy people and just be almost disgusted at them, because it's like I felt like I could never attain to that happy state. And then I realized it only took 51% of the time of thinking good thoughts to change my life forever. And I was like, well, I can do that. Like, I don't have to be happy all the time. That I can have bad days. And it's that extra 1% that changes my life. I started listening to myself, and also the community around me. And often, I'll hear, oh, it's such a gorgeous day, but it's going to be horrible tomorrow. The weather's supposed to turn tomorrow. And I feel great today, but I'll probably get sick tomorrow. So one thing that I learned is that 51% is when I don't add the but. If I just say, It is a gorgeous day, and leave it at that. Live in this moment. Live in the gloriousness of this moment. And then leave it. And then don't say anything more after that. And that is really, really difficult, because it's that but that extends the conversation, that draws attention to ourselves, that gets that that drama moment that people are always looking for. The fifth aha moment is the universe is always reflecting back to me what I'm thinking and feeling. I did not want to accept that. That was a really hard thing for me to learn and accept, because there are some times when I think, well, I didn't create that moment. I didn't create that negativity. And yet, when I look back and really peruse the thoughts that I was thinking, the universe is absolutely 100% right. I was thinking that, I was creating that negative moment for myself. And so when I first learned that, I went from excitement to anger, back to excitement, back to anger. And I just had this roller coaster of emotions. I could believe that I created the good moments, but I did not want to accept that I created the bad moments also. But the universe is no respecter of persons. It's a law. It's a law that what we put out comes back to us. And so if it came back to me, there's only one way that it came back to me, is because I put it out there first. The sixth aha moment is when I realized that my gut feeling, my intuition, was a reliable source of information. And I remember when I first started really following my intuition, I was just so amazed at every time I followed my intuition, everything just worked out so perfectly. Like, there was no way in a million years that I could have planned the perfection of the situation. And so as I started just listening to what was going on inside my body, listening to my gut, listening to my intuition, listening to your intuition is like building a muscle. The more you do it, the more sense it makes. Sometimes you don't always. I've done things that I have no idea why I was doing them, but I did them anyway. And afterwards, it made total sense. Everything just came together so perfectly. And, I could have never planned the perfection of that situation. So those are my 6 aha moments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a glorious day.